Hi, my name is Senka Caro, and I'm founder of LightNet. And my passion and purpose is to expand what we believe is possible. This week, we're going to be focusing on Steve Farrell, the co founder of Humanities team. And he has the Cinderella story or the American dream story in reverse. He found the American dream. He was head of two powerful companies in Silicon Valley in the 90s, reaching to revenues of $75 million. And he had a moment of what he calls cognitive dissonance. And he realized, what am I doing? I'm about to miss the biggest evolutionary leap we've ever been involved in. And I love this interview because he talks about how fundamentally he realized something huge about reality, which is that there's a illusion of separation, the fact that we are one. And he wanted to explain that to the world, and he certainly is. Humanities team is working in over 65 countries, and they have hundreds of masterclasses and workshops with experts, scientists, leaders, healers, speakers, and they're offering that to the world. And they have a vision by 2040 to allow the world to understand in a big way that we are one. And here's my favorite part of the interview. He started out talking about the elephant in the room. And if this is true, it's something that we all need to understand in order to progress in all the ways that we can.
My calling is the big agenda, I'll call it, which is my true self, which is the world around me, which is, it's not, there's no such thing as a separated self. I don't want to go down rabbit holes here, but the notion that myself is this body is not correct. So Albert Einstein, 103 years ago said the greatest illusion in the world is the illusion of separation. So this isn't New Age thinking at all. This is actually scientists are weighing in on this in a massive way, especially from quantum physics. So once I started tuning in to the big agenda, which is the world around me, and really was coming from a place of connection with the divine, which is the one, right, that animates all of life, but is omnipresent. So that means that the planet and the 8 billion people and the animal and plant life is a part of this oneness too. Once I started tuning into that and putting my energy into creating health and well-being for that, that's where the wind was at my back, the synchronicities happened, the miracles came, the resources showed up, and more. Of course, mystics down through the ages, right? Hippocrates and Plato in about 450 BCE, so 2,500 years ago, shared there's one consciousness, there's one being of which we're all a part. And then, of course, there are many leaders down through the ages who have shared these very same teachings. But now, in these last couple decades, the scientists are coming in, the research is coming in. Nobel Prize for Physics in October of 2023 for entanglement. You look up the definition of entanglement. What is it? Entanglement is saying that you've got two things that could be hundreds of light years apart on different sides of the cosmos that are with no physical connection at all, that are deeply affecting each other. So it's this throw a pebble in a pond and there's a ripple out kind of effect thing going on. What quantum physicists now are saying, including Nassim Haramein with his Resonance Science Foundation, is where he has his unified field research now out on the table, that this was the work Einstein was doing in his latter years, says everything actually physical and non-physical, from protons and atoms to cosmological objects, galaxies, physical and non-physical, and everything in between is a part of this unified field. It's one thing. Another way of saying it is there's a universal consciousness that is animating all of life. Right? We've heard these things. So science is now standing firmly on this ground that the mystics have shared. The bridge is fully built between spirituality and science. Philosophy is in there too.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at holomovement.net/purpose.